And just like that, it is August and it is time for another monthly reset. What's up, my friends? Welcome back to my channel for an August reset video. It is already time to go ahead and dive into a brand new month's worth of goals, reflection on how I did last month, and everything in between. If you are new here, hello, my name is Brianna. I am the diva behind Diva and the Divine and your healthy homemaker. I'm sharing my journey through life using health, habits, happiness, and homemaking to become my best self. And I am so glad that you are here today. This month has been a very weird one, my friends. And if you've been hanging out on my channel, you heard a little bit about it. I am going through a bout of obliger rebellion, which has not made doing tasks that I want to do easy in any way, shape, or form. It has been a very, very challenging month, but I have put some plans into place, some techniques to kind of tackle this rebellion and boost my creativity and see if I can't get my momentum back on the right track. But I'd be lying to you if I said this month was perfect, because it was far from perfect. I feel like I underutilized this past month a lot, and it just is what it is. And I'm both frustrated by it, but also trying to accept it because these things happen. And when they do happen, it's more important that you figure out how to get to the root of the problem and figure out why you're acting a certain way than to just try and bandage it with a bunch of things that aren't gonna work. So I've really been trying to focus on that. And because I'm in like a rebellious phase of like the second I put stuff down on a to-do list, I don't actually want to do it. My goals are going to be pretty simple this month. It's a list of things that I have to do and, well, want to do. And that's the difference. But before we get into that, let's take a look at the goals that I set for the month of July. If you want a little bit more detail on all of them, head back to my July reset video. I go into details about every single one of those goals. But let's take a look at how I did. This is my power sheets. This is my tending list. Let's go. Monthly action items. Run a Patreon challenge, and that has been up and running. We are doing a consistency calendar challenge this month where everybody in the Patreon chose the item that they are supposed to check in with and keep a consistency calendar for. I am running that, and good news for my Patreon members, we are going to continue to run the consistency calendar challenge. And we have two ways that we can do this. We can pick whatever the heck we want. If people want to just stay focused on nutrition and whatnot, they can do that. But also, I'm going to encourage my Patreon members to pick something to remain consistent on that ties into the monthly theme. So for example, the theme for the month of August is creating a life-giving home. So it's going to be decluttering and home organization and home upgrades and home task oriented. It's going to be about your environment. Whether your environment is your entire house or just a room in your house, we are going to spend the month working on elevating our living space, our environment, and create an environment that gives us life every time we are in it. So we're gonna do some consistency challenges that tie directly into that this month as well. So this first consistency challenge was the impetus for all the consistency challenges going forward. Set up this quarter's Patreon topics. I set up the topics for the rest of the year. 2 out and about date nights. We did do that in some way, shape, or form. We didn't go out to eat much, but we went out and did things. We went to farmers markets and we did things, and it was a lot of fun to actually get out and do things. Do an adventure book date night. We killed the adventure book date nights. We have several adventure book challenges, and we have done things from all of them, and they have been really fun, including for the dinner dates one, we made pork dumplings like pot stickers from scratch. Really interesting experience, but it gave me a teriyaki sauce recipe, which means I will never have to buy store-bought teriyaki sauce ever again. Don't worry, I will be filming a video on how to make it because it is so good. And it was in this book of all things, this dinner dates book. So we have nailed the adventure book challenges. Order a gift for my sister and her fiance. That has in fact happened. And by the time this video goes up, if she happens to see it, it doesn't matter because they will be married. I got them the adventure book challenge for couples, so they can go and do the little scratch off date thing and hopefully keep some adventure in their newlywed bliss. Read Eat It by Jordan Syatt. I did in fact complete that book. Read How Are You Really by Jenna Kutcher. I am about 2/3 of the way through that book, so I can't declare it as a book I've read this month because it's not actually done, but I'm in the middle of it and I'm actually really enjoying it. It's been very helpful, and actually reading her book has caused me to reintroduce myself to her podcast, which has caused me to do some pretty dramatic things within my business. So it's been a really good thing for me to pick up that book and read it. Read a fiction book. Have I completed a fiction book? No. I think I read about 4 chapters in a fiction book. So I made progress, but I didn't actually complete the active fiction book that I have going due to fun things. Of course, fun is relative, and we actually did quite a few fun things this month. My husband and I have been very good about like watching movies together and going out, like I said, to the farmer's market and making a day of it. And it's been fun. It has been a fun month. It's been a stressful month. It's been a weird, rebellious month for me, but we are being really, really intentional about spending quality time together, which is important. My weekly goals: schedule my social media posts. I did that 3 out of the 4 weeks. Send out an email newsletter. I sent out a newsletter of some kind 3 out of the 4 weeks. Purge 1 bag of stuff. I did do that. Plan a do something date night. We did that. Be it play a new game. We've obtained a couple of new games that we've been playing. So we've been getting away from social media, away from screens, and playing board games and card games with each other. We've been doing things. It's been a lot of fun. Spend 3 hours in courses. While I have touched courses that I'm involved in every week, I have not spent 3 whole hours in courses every week, save this past week. And meet my step bet goals every week. I did in fact do that, and I have won and completed my step goal, or my step bet rather, and I got a whole $47 and some odd cents out of my $40 investment. So I got $7 something for being diligent about my steps for 6 weeks in a row. Is it worth it? I don't know, but I'm supporting a friend in the process, so why the heck not? Now my daily action items. Earn my X. I did in fact earn my X for the 80% requirement, with the caveat of today, the day that I'm filming this, is right before I leave town, and I'm officially on a diet break, and for the time that I'm out of town, I am on a no tracking diet break. It is a whole intentional, mindful, wait until you're satisfied, not full feeling thing. It's a good opportunity for me to experiment with, can I actually pull off listening to my body while I'm in the midst of wedding stuff and this and that and the other thing. So for the weekend of my sister's wedding, I am not tracking, which means did I earn my X or did I not earn my X? I don't know. But I have met my goal of 80% for the days that I have been tracking this month. Take a photo. I tanked on that. Tanked beautifully. Crash and burn. Did not happen. Meet my step goal. I did do that every single day. And do social posts. I started the month strong. It kind of waned as the rebellion kind of kicked in. So about a week or so ago is when I started posting less. Not like completely stopping, but instead of like being diligent and scheduling, it kind of fell off the wayside. So it is what it is. The month was, I did all of the monthly action items, almost all of the monthly action items, which makes me feel very accomplished. It's the weekly and the daily that I'm not as good at. So let's look ahead for my goals for August. My tending list for August is very, very short. I do not have a lot of things, and that is a very intentional choice because I'm struggling with accomplishing the things that I write down as my desired to-do list items. I decided that a lot of the things just aren't getting written down. I'm not going to publicly declare that I'm going to do them. I'm just going to do them if I want to do them, and hopefully having the option of doing them or not will be an impetus for me to actually want to do them. My monthly action items are completely, entirely tied to my business. I have 4. 1 is to launch my brand new website. If you've stumbled over to divaandthedivine.com lately, you might have seen that there's a whole coming soon page happening. I have completely and totally shut down the old divaandthedivine.com, which includes the blog that I started in 2013 or 2014. I have archived it. The blog can now be found, I don't know if I've actually have it published yet, but it's going to be at divaandthedivinearchives.wordpress.com. And I decided that with the launch of my brand new and totally beautiful website, is also going to be a brand new blog. So all of the old blog posts are still going to be at that archived WordPress site, but if you go to divaandthedivine.com, once the website launches, it's going to be brand new, all new content. I might like bring over and revamp some of the top articles from my blog, but it's going to be a brand new start from scratch blog, and I am so excited. So first goal is to launch the website. The second goal is to have at least 4 blog posts live when the website launches. So when people show up on launch day, I want there to be a couple of posts as a blog option. The website is going to be a whole new hub. The homepage is no longer going to be the blog. The blog will be within the website, but it's going to have a favorites page where you can shop all of my favorite things. I list favorite books. I list companies and discounts that I'm affiliated with, just favorite things that I'm loving right now. There's going to be a one-on-one coaching page, a direct link to my application, other services and group coaching that I offer. It's going to be so informational. It's going to be so much fun. But the blog is a really important part of the website. So I want to, instead of just being like, hey guys, it's day one, I want that post to be there, yes, and talk about why I did the revamp, but I also want there to be a couple of pieces of content already there, so there are options for people to visit when the website goes live. I lied. I only have 3 items because I put the other thing that I wanted to do down twice. And it didn't process when I was like, oh, that thing's not there. I should write it down. It's there. I just use different words. I want to set up for group coaching because I'm launching group coaching. That could be another goal, actually. I just wrote down, launch group coaching. The thing that I want to do with launching my group coaching is an email waitlist workflow. I have this really nice workflow and I like prompts and everything. I just need to set it all up within my email hub. So that's going to take a little bit of time, but once it's done, it'll all happen seamlessly, which is super, super cool. But it requires me to set it up and learn about the back end of my email provider. So it's going to be an interesting process, but it'll be super, super helpful. Launch coaching, launch the waitlist for coaching, launch the website, and have 4 blog posts up by the time the website launches. That's it. Plain and simple. My weekly action items are to publish a YouTube video twice a week, which shouldn't be hard. To post a full body shot on Instagram. This is something that's been weighing on my heart a lot lately. I am still, despite my efforts in being body positive about the body that I still want to change and all sorts of things, I still notice that like I'm hiding behind social media and like selfies and whatever from like here up. You don't see my body on YouTube, rarely, if ever, right? And I've decided that I want to start posting full body shots of my body as it is, pre-transformation, mid-transformation, whatever you want to call it. I need to start sharing the reality of this life. And because it's my section of the internet, I can share whatever the heck I want. If people don't like it, they can unfollow me. So, but if people want to come in with the, oh, look at the, whatever, I'm putting out in the universe that the community that I have cultivated and the followers that I have are only going to be filled with positive things, but we know that that's not true. But we're just gonna put that out there. I want to post a full body shot in some way, shape, or form every week just to get myself out of my comfort zone. No social Saturdays. I am stealing this directly from my friend Ivana, Groceries and Grace on Instagram, who posted about it just the other day while I was conveniently doing my tending list. And she was talking about how she and her friend are doing no social Saturdays and it's life-changing. And I was like, you know what? I need to do that. I need to do that. So Friday night, social media goes off and I don't pick it up again until Sunday. If I want something to post, I have to pre-schedule the post and use the platform that I use for my scheduling software and not actually touch Instagram. So it's gonna be a challenge for me, but it's gonna be good for me. No Instagram, no Facebook, no TikTok on Saturdays. And then write 1 blog post a week, just 1. So I'm starting to grow the blog posts. So those are my weekly action items. My daily action items don't exist. I have none this month because I have been so anti-doing the things that I write down. As soon as I write down, I need to read every day. Guess what? I don't feel like reading for days at a time. When I write down, I need to do X, Y, and Z, I don't want to do it anymore. And because I'm in this stage of rebellion, I've decided that I'm taking that off the table. I'm not telling myself that I have to do anything daily. All I have to do is what I want in a given 24-hour period. And lo and behold, that has already helped me to read more and do more of the tasks that I have been avoiding doing because I've told myself I don't have to unless I want to. So this month, there are no daily action items. So those are my goals for the month of August. And now I'm trying to think of, I'm already looking at the timestamp and I'm like, holy moly, I've been talking forever. But that's okay because I don't have any completed books to share with you this month. And I don't really have any favorite things this month either. So this video is basically just my August goals. So you're welcome or I'm sorry, depending on which side of the camp you lay on for your feelings about that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already joined the Diva and the Divine community, what are you waiting for? We would love to have you. Just click that little red button to join our team. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. Happy August, and I'll see you soon. Bye.